This is 91.1 FM KLSU's SaintParty, here with the one and only Earl of Brassft Punk. Am I saying that right?
I think so. I never intended for people to pronounce it, so however it works,
Okay.
It's good for me.
So I got to see you guys playing last night. You put on an absolutely phenomenal set.
Thanks.
I wasn't really sure what to expect going into it, and then as soon as you guys started going, I was like, this really is awesome brass covers of Daft Punk Daft Punk songs.
Yeah.
What gave you the idea to go with this?
Well, it started with the idea that I was taking note of records like Kind of Bloop and Dub Side of the Moon, where they had taken these older tunes and kind of put electronic twists on them. And I started thinking about, well, nobody's really gone the other way and taken big electronic hits and then done them acoustically. I mean, it's happened a little bit, but nothing. It's all kind of been like sort of obscure things. Like the biggest thing I can think of is like Aphex Twin had a tune that Philip Glass arranged for orchestra, but I don't know. Like this was a happy marriage. I was trying to figure out, what's a really big, really well-known set of electronic music, and Daft Punk was an obvious choice. And it's like, what's a good idiom acoustically for that? It's like, well, I know all these great New Orleans musicians that play in brass bands. Why don't I just put a brass band together and marry the two?
Have you guys been together now?
Well, we recorded in October. And that was the first time all of these guys were in the same room on the project. And so, was that 6 months, 7 months, something like that? So yeah, not too long. Not too long.
So then I take it this was your first festival performance, right?
It was. We had one other show in December at Preservation Hall, which was part of the Kickstarter reward stuff, and that was great. We sold it out and it went really well. But this is the first big festival for sure.
How'd you like getting to play a festival?
It was cool. It was really cool. The folks here have been really awesome, and I don't know. It's been a really tremendously awesome experience. I'm feeling good about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where do you guys hope to go from here? What are your next stops? Are there shows that you have coming up?
There are a few things being worked on. The next thing that we have confirmed is Hangout Fest out in Alabama in the middle of May.
Yeah.
We're doing that, and actually that's probably all I should say because it's the only one that I know for sure is confirmed. There are a few things in the pipeline at various stages of possibility, but that one for sure.
Could you tell us a little about your musical background?
Wow. I started playing piano when I was 4, played a few instruments through my childhood, including trumpet, and went to NOCA for jazz and studied music at both Loyola and UNO, and played in all kinds of bands, rock bands, funk bands, ska band at one point, and then started producing electronic music in the late 90s, and that kind of stuck with me, and that's kind of what I've been doing for a while in my life where I'm creating. And then on the other side, I have built this career for myself as a recording engineer, where I've had the privilege of working with a lot of the great musicians in New Orleans. Spent 8 years recording with Preservation Hall, and have worked with lots of other great local acts and some national acts as well. Yeah.
Okay. So if you could say one piece of advice to Buku or New Orleans generally, what would you give them?
I don't know, man. This has been so solid. Like, if I was gonna give advice to Buku, I'd just say keep doing what you're doing. I don't know. That's a really bizarrely vague question.
No, I know. I like to end with a vague, strange question, but I'll go with something simpler again. Favorite color, real quick.
Blue.
Badass.
Blue.
Well, thank you so much, Earl.
All right,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
your time. Great talking with you, man.
Thanks, Peter.
Awesome.